Well, we've had a great 90 minutes to talk about the future and vision of our party from a lot of good folks. I've always said that this election it's not about the heart and soul of our party, it's about the heart and soul of our country. And I've never said that I was running against any of the folks up here. I always say I was running with them. Because I know as the future of our party, there are lots of voices that need to be heard, and there's lots of opportunities for us to grow. There's not a person up here that's perfect, and if you're looking for a perfect candidate, I'm certainly not it, and I wouldn't suggest you vote for me if you think I am. But I think we have offered a vision. I think I've offered a vision today that will show you what direction I'm going to take this party. It's going to be high energy. It's going to be taking it straight to the Democrats. We know at the end of the day what our job is. It's to win elections. It's to beat Democrats. It's to talk about policies and positions that we are. It's not about personalities. And if we're truly going to be successful and move back into the majority status of this country, we have to make sure that our magic of this party, which comes from the states, is celebrated. That this is a party about individuals, not about big government. This is a party about you. This is a party about me. And if we're going to be successful, that's what we'll get back to. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, Grover, and I appreciate any support that y'all have to offer. Thank you.
Mike Duncan.
Grover, thank you very much. And speaking to the members of the RNC, this is about the future of the party. This is also about you. I've been involved in this party since I was 9 years old. I believe that I understand the difference between when we have a White House and when we don't have a White House. I believe that I am best positioned on day one to move the party forward because of that understanding and experience that I have. But I can't do it without your help. This is a bottom-up party. It works the very best when we implement the plans that are in my platform for the RNC. We've got to have your involvement. I ask you to join me in that journey, to be more involved in your state, to be involved at the national level, to be one of the members of the committees that we're going to use to govern and hold accountable the RNC. Please join me in that journey. Thank you for the opportunity of being with you today.
Michael Steele.
Thank you, Grover. To my friends of the GOP, our base, our core, the rock of this party, I thank you for your leadership. I thank you for the opportunity to have served as a county chairman, as a state chairman, as lieutenant governor of my state. As a young 17-year-old, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up politically. And I was moved by the wisdom of an Abraham Lincoln, and I was just excited by the pragmatism of a Teddy Roosevelt, but especially inspired by the rhetoric and the words and the reality of a Ronald Reagan. And that spirit of who we are as Republicans is still out there. And I think it's important that the next leadership of this party capture that spirit and fire up again our base. We've got a long haul ahead of us, yes, at building and strengthening ourselves. But I'm here to tell you folks, the glass is half full. We may have spilled a little bit along the way. But as chairman of this party, I'm hoping to work with each one of you, grassroots, state chairman, party leadership, to keep us strong and moving us forward. And I thank you for your consideration and your vote.
Apologize for our back being to you. That's why I'm up. Again, to the members of the Republican National Committee, thank you for the journey. Most of you know me, but I am Caden Dawson. I'm the grandson of a welder and the grandson of a lady who sold hats in a department store. My dad took a Nazi bullet in his left leg and North Korean South in his right leg, and we've been Republicans the whole time. I understand what it takes to win. I understand what it takes for the people who we meet as a committee in the cafeterias and the gymnasiums and on the street corners. I think our party understands that what we say is going to have to matter for the next 4 years. That what we do as Republicans is going to have to matter, and how we organize. So the excitement that's coming from this entire team is all about the tangible results of can you win? Have you won? Do you have the experience? And what you say, will it matter? And I think that's what we bring to this. Again, for the committee, thank you for being here, and it's a pleasure serving with you.
My plan for a conservative resurgence advocates a shareholder revolt. It advocates an entire new way of the RNC doing business. It advocates major change in ownership. RNC members are elected by the grassroots. This represents a shareholder revolt. Grassroots of our party are the principal owners, the principal shareholders. We've been sent here to do a job, and that is to give the party back to them, to reestablish authenticity, to hold people accountable for a platform that I had the good fortune of being a vice chairman for its construction. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking the 168 members of the RNC for their vote, but I am also advocating to return the party back to its grassroots, its rightful shareholders.
Well, we've got a great history as a grand old party, but I really think the opportunity for us is going to be as the grand opportunity party for the future. We basically have to take a look at the different kinds of constituencies that we need to win back to become a majority party again. I have not been a lifelong Democrat or Republican. I actually became a Democrat or a Republican during my high school years and took a look at the opportunity society that Republicans offer. Guys like Jack Kemp and Newt Gingrich and Ronald Reagan inspired me to be a Republican. If you take a look at the constituency that we're losing today, it's the Reagan Democrats, it's the independent voters, it's the suburban voters in neighborhoods like mine. The high school football games that I go to with Catholic Central High School on Friday nights and then end up at church on Sundays, and these are the people we're losing today. And I think we need somebody who understands those issues, who's come from that background, who can appeal to the immigrants, who can appeal to the classic working class America, middle America. Somebody that can pull up on a Harley and say, we're part of you. It's a different kind of Republican Party, and it's okay to be a Republican again. And if you take a look at the conservative principles we stand on, they're winning principles if we act like Republicans again. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Michael Steele, Katie Dawson, Ken Blackwell, Saul Adusis, Chip Saltzman, and Mike Duncan. One of these gentlemen is going to lead the Republican National Committee for the next 2 years. This is the most important decision that the Republican Party will make until they pick a presidential candidate in 4 years. The gentleman who becomes the chairman will be spending hundreds of millions of dollars. They've outlined programs about how to reach out to all 50 states. They're going to be making those decisions on resources, on new technology, on being an inclusive party. This decision will be made on the 28th of January as the RNC meets. There are 168 RNC members who are voting. I hope every active Republican knows his party chairman and his or her party chairman, committeemen and women, and speaks to them about the race. This is being taped. It's being live streamed from rncdebate.org, and we'll continually make it available in the future. All parts of it are available to all the candidates if you want to share it as YouTube. This really is the beginning of winning the House and Senate back, the presidency back, getting a majority of governorships and state legislators, and we are all looking right now at the person who's going to be doing it over the next 2 years. I'm delighted at the level of interest that this campaign has gotten. The party, the movement, and the country understands the importance of the decision that the Republican National Committee is going to be making. And we'll be back here in 2 years and we'll do this again. Thank you.